the Power Hour Podcast with your host, Mark Warren and Tracy Molinak. Turn those frowns upside down. It is the Positivity Hour right here on the Power Hour Podcast. Mark Warren, Tracy Molinak. Tracy, how you doing?
Hello.
Buddy?
I'm doing fantastic, as I am required to say. But that is the truth, Mark, because I don't lie to you or our friends at home. I have been doing good. Mark, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, it's a bummer that this is supposed to be a positive episode because I've had plenty of things where that have happened to me, and I'm like, at least I get to complain on the podcast about them, and then I realize that's not what this episode is. So.
I thought that as well, but then, in a way, it's kind of perfect because we had all these negative things, you know.
A boost.
And now we're getting a positive boost.
Because Tracy,
we have
you
to.
know this, but the people at home don't know unless they've seen the Instagram story that you just posted. But we do have, if we are negative today, we've got lemon juice. You've got some, I believe. I've got some. And
As
we'll be
promised,
drinking it.
we have a punishment.
Because if we're going to be sour, we're going to have to drink something sour. Is that the tagline for this one?
I like it. I like it. We can workshop it. I
That very positive.
No, I'm not gonna let you get me with that one. Okay, that does bring up okay. So we have to be positive this entire episode because we've been very negative, supposedly, allegedly at other times. What are we counting as specifically negative? That sounds like a stupid question, but I feel would something like that count?
I don't think so, because I think you were making like a joke.
Yeah.
You were clearly making a joke. It wasn't like you were genuinely like upset or complaining about something. I think for something to truly be negative, it has to come from a genuine place of upsetness. Because this episode came to be... oh, my voice just cracked there.
Whoa.
That's okay. We're happy with that.
And that's okay. And it sounded just fine. We're gonna sound like psychopaths this episode. Everything, we're just gonna... And that's great. And that's wonderful. And everything's great.
But I remember you texted me about this episode because you were at work and there was someone dancing around your store and your first thought was, oh, this person's got to get a grip or something of the sort. Am I lying?
Dancing around my... Oh, yeah, that was... Yes, I saw someone... Wow, what a great memory. See, I already forgot. You remember more details of it than I do. But I observed someone in public full-on dancing. And I'm not just like a little, bopping the head to the music in the store. I'm talking full pirouettes, hands up, spinning, everything. And it was a spectacle. And they were alone. And my immediate first thought was, God, pull it together. That's enough. Don't do that. I don't like that. But then I had realized that maybe I am the problem. I just observed another person fully enjoying their day in a far more genuine, expressive, and honestly brave way than I probably ever have publicly. And I tore them down for it. In my mind, I didn't say anything to them because again, missing that brave part. But
my wife said that we were like super villains, where we really just hate, we're like we just don't like joy and people being happy out in public outwardly.
It's true. Wow, that's a really dark way to put it, but it really is true.
No, that person really was doing something that we have never done, which is just outwardly be, fully themselves and just being okay with that.
Yeah.
And you were not happy with that. And I probably...
And I wasn't having it.
If I saw it, I probably would have had a similar reaction to you. So we're going to try to be positive today. We've got some positive Don't Even Get Me Started. We're going to say something's nice about things that we may have previously been negative about. And we're going to talk about some guilty pleasures we have. And I believe, Trace, you've got some good news for us, where you found some good news stories.
I'd like to think so.
Seemingly rarer and rarer in this day and age.
It was a journey, for sure. But we got there, and we will get there and go there and be there together.
Well, Tracy, I would love to hear your Don't Even Get Me Started.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of no pun intended, toe the line here because this isn't exactly negative, but it is genuine, and it was the only thing that I could think of because it was the first thing. Don't even get me started on how crazy my feet feel. I did one of those Korean, like, skincare, like, foot peel things. Something crazy is going on. I don't know how these are legal. I don't understand. I have very sensitive skin, so it could entirely be me. I think it's working as intended, which is the craziest part. My feet, you put it on, you feel these little, like, have you ever done them? You know what they are?
I know what I've heard of these. I've never done them.
You feel these little, like, plastic socks with this goo, and then you put it on your feet for an hour to 90 minutes. I did 90 minutes. In hindsight, maybe that's why my feet feel crazy. I don't know, Mark. But it basically, I don't know what the mixture is, but it smells like pure acetone. On the box, it tells me lots of cool things like papaya and mint. It's all in another language, so I couldn't tell most of it. But it says papaya and mint and all these other... It just smelled like acetone. You put it on for like 90 minutes, and then the goo is gone when you take them off. So it all absorbs into your feet. It goes into your feet. My feet literally feel 3 times the size that they normally are for the first 2 days. Now they're going back down. I could start to see the curves and the bones and the definition again.
Did you have an allergic reaction or something?
But no, that's what I mean. That's how these are meant to work. So now the peeling has begun. The peeling started.
Terrifying.
And it really is, because you take off your sock, like, at the end of the day. Like, I just got home from work. I gotta let the dogs out. And it fully takes, like, skin with your sock. And really is just, like, the most haunting, horrible image. But I hope that it makes my feet feel really, really good. It's supposed to be. I'll let you know. I'll circle back. I'll post feet pics on the Power Hour Instagram, before and afters, as well as some in progress pics.
That reminds me of that. Did you watch Victorious as a kid?
Yes, yeah.
The one where they get the fish that bite at their feet and then they go to the hospital.
I was always obsessed with the idea of those fish as a kid. Were they in a weird amount of media when we were younger? I feel like they were kind of. I feel like it was like that, piranhas and quicksand were everywhere in media, and seemed like they would be a much more prevalent part of adulthood, and none of them are, and it's very disappointing. Also, would we count a couple of things that I just said? Not to out myself here. But to clarify, would we count those as negative? I said it was a horrible feeling.
I don't... that's a good question. I wasn't going to count it as negative, but that does sound quite negative, my friend.
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything, but I'm interested in fairness. And I also...
You care about the rules of the game.
Yeah, I also bought 5 lemons and squeezed them all. So, because as we have recently talked about, I'm a firm believer in fresh lemon juice. You've got not fresh, which is fine.
I've got not fresh.
Definitely for these purposes, it's totally fine.
If I was going to make like a drink with lemons, I would get fresh lemons. I've got a bag of fresh limes out in my kitchen for margaritas.
Yes,
Jimmy Buffett, right?
I did fresh because... I did fresh because I feel like they have more of an intense flavor, and I felt like it would be more bitter.
I think it's going to be more bitter, but I think this is more sour. I think this juice is more sour, and I was going for sour rather than bitter.
Are they not the same?
Sour and bitter are not the same. No, not at all, actually.
All right. Well, you'll have to explain the details to me later. I was also having trouble finding warheads. You couldn't find them either.
I couldn't find them. Yeah.
I couldn't find warheads. I couldn't find... My backup was toxic waste, because I feel like that's worse to me. Yeah. But I got these warhead, like, cube things.
Oh, those aren't sour.
No, I got them because I was like, oh, that's warhead sour. I tasted it, it's super sweet. Maybe if I, like, soak it in the lemon juice, I don't know. I don't know, but I have both as a backup, just saying. So anyway, what don't even get me started. Something's going on with my feet.
I have a big jug of juice. So, that's...
Do I need to... You know,
I'll leave that decision up to the judge. I'll leave that decision up to you.
I'll do it. Listen. Can you believe that this is four? Not 5. Sorry. Can you believe this is 4 lemons?
That's crazy. That's insane.
I feel like they're making lemons drier these days.
Have you seen those videos of the big people with the big the juicers that they go like, they're cast iron, they go shh, and then they juice like a whole pomegranate and it looks so cool. I want one of those.
I want one of those. I love juice. I have a juicer, but I don't use it because it's so hard to clean.
This one's like fully manual, and so it's just like a cast iron thing that you just push and you squeeze in. You can make apple juice, you can make any kind of juice, and they're super easy to clean.
It's not like electric, like it's not.
No, hand.
No. I have a little hand version of that, but not like a giant.
Yeah, I've got a hand juicer, but I want a big one. I want a big one so I can make apple juice, and I can make orange juice, and I can make pomegranate juice, and I can make lemon juice, and I can make lime juice.
You can make a lot of
and
juices.
I can make guava juice.
It is also important that every time we mention the specific juicer, we do this arm motion so that we're very clear.
Sometimes you let it spin and then you get it. I mean, there's like if they're long enough, there's a spin and you pull.
And you're not pulling the horn on a truck.
Mm.
You're juicing.
I'm juicing.
It's very different. Well, and you gotta have a key eye for these performative things, and that's what we do have is a keen eye.
And I like that we're doing this bit because this is a podcast, so plenty of people are listening on audio and don't understand what I'm doing. So.
Well, and that's their choice. If they want to miss out on seeing our beautiful mugs every other Tuesday or Thursday, then that's their problem. We should start doing these live.
Take a sip of your juice, man. Let's see how you feel.
All right, we'll do it. It's not terrible.
Yeah, it puckered you.
But I have been puckered, for sure.
Yes.
Ooh. It's not as sour as I perhaps, or bitter. I don't... I haven't gotten my lesson yet. It's not as sour as I was wanting or expecting, so I might have to throw candy in there. Not in it, but...
You know how coffee tastes? You know, like how like that like gross bitter? That's bitter.
Yeah. Okay.
And so
you're trying to explain it to...
Yeah,
I thought you just brought up top... Okay, I don't know. I haven't had time.
Well, we'll talk about this later. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on how I think it's so interesting about how like everyone has like slightly different like accents and dialects. There's this person I'm gonna recommend in the Media Rex segment who does this thing where he'll hear people talking. He'll go, here's where you're from based on how you say like R's or like the SH sound. And I think it's so cool how like, like each like region has like in town has a different, like individual dialects. And I just think that's really cool because I don't think I have an accent, but I have been told I have a Canadian accent before or a slight Canadian accent. And I was talking to my sister, she was here a few weeks ago, and she has also been told that because the way we say bags.
Interesting. Oh.
She says she's avoided saying bags before. Because she gets made fun of.
Poor woman can't even say bag because she just gets bullied.
But whenever I like mentally think about it, it gets worse. Like if I'm like thinking about how I kind of have that like Canadian Midwestern accent, the way I pronounce soda is very different than how I typically, because I'm so aware of it.
Can you give us an example, or you're too hyper aware of it? No, you can't.
I'm too aware of it. I think where it's just it wouldn't be fair to the viewing audience.
It wouldn't be right, and it wouldn't be fair. Yeah, that is interesting. It's especially interesting. I think when because you never think of yourself as having an accent. No. You think by default you and what you sound like is no accent.
Mm-hmm.
It's everybody else.
Everyone else has a problem.
Yeah, everybody else is, but yeah, everybody does sound. I think about that, like in California too. Like people always make jokes about how like people from California talk, or like the Valley accent or whatever. And I had never thought of that or whatever until you think of it. But then I don't know. That is true.
But I just think it's really interesting and really cool.
I'm excited to hear your media recommendation at the end about this guy. Little tease. Don't touch that dial, folks.
Don't touch that dial, Tracy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad news in the world.
Yeah.
Aw. That's me reading the front pages.
Boo-hoo.
Tracy. Cheer us up, man.
Oh, boy. Howdy. I'll try my darndest. Let's see here. Yeah. As Mark, I believe, mentioned, it's few and far between in this economy. Uh, Uplifting stories, perhaps, but I think I found some. Number one here, Spain is celebrating 80 years of tomatina.
What's that?
I'm so glad you asked, Mark. I am. It is it's a tomato street fight, essentially. It's 120 tons of overripe tomatoes in this town in Spain. It's an hour-long event. Up to 22,000 people on average attend this massive food fight. Non-local people pay $17.50 for a ticket, and it literally is just described by a resident who went. Oh no, he's a resident of Ireland. My bad. He traveled. He attended in 1999. Is this the most recent interview they can get? He attended in 1999. And he says that when it's going on, it's just a blur of tomatoes. It was a blast.
I want to go to that. That sounds like so much fun.
It's held on the last Wednesday of August. Tomorrow, Mark, we could go.
Okay,
it's
that
not too late.
I don't want to sound negative here, but that does seem like a not great time to do it when it is boiling hot outside, just getting tomato all over.
It is perhaps not an ideal time. I am gonna count that as a drink.
Right. And that's okay. I did just want to make my feelings known.
But I do understand. Of course, out of not wanting to drink, I do not agree with you. I think it's the perfect time. Down the hatch. There she blows. Yeah. Ooh. I see. I think you were onto something with the bottled stuff, because
that was bitter and sour.
Who cares about the difference? It's both.
Ooh, I feel it in my cheekbone still.
I still feel it in my throat. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good to like drink this much straight acid.
No, it's for sure not. But we're doing it for you guys.
But it's for the bit. It's for the bit. And that's all that matters. So that's tomatina.
Well,
it was inspired by a local food point. I don't know. We don't need to know the history. The point is we should go.
We want in.
Yeah, tomatina.
All
Great.
Right,
so perfect.
What's next story?
Let's go. Next in line. Listen, Oh, here we go. I got another one.
Okay.
A young inventor a Scottish schoolgirl is what this says, but I don't want to say that. I don't like that. A young inventor in Scotland has been declared Times Girl of the Year. Now, Mark, I know this is probably hard to hear, as you, I believe, were also pretty heavily in the running for that category. Is it disappointing? Sure. Is it disappointing to hear that
it was an honor just to be nominated, really. I mean, there was some fierce competition, right? And she's probably done a lot better for the world than I. I have just done a silly little podcast, and that's about all I do most of the time, so.
That's about 90 to 95% of what I do.
No, that's awesome. I've never heard of Girl of the Year before, but I feel like people should.
And I don't know how one applies. Her name is Rebecca Young. She invented a heated blanket built into a backpack and powered by solar panels. God damn, that's crazy. Good. She's 13 years old.
13, yeah. At 13, I don't know what you were doing, but I wasn't doing anything like that, actually.
Certainly not anything good with a backpack. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I like, that's incredible. You ever hear stuff like that and you're like,
mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say it. I can't say it because. But
but I know what you were meaning. But yeah, sometimes I see people that are younger than me doing stuff, and I go, man, that's great for them, and I don't take it as any account on myself.
Good for you. Very positive, very healthy attitude.
Very happy.
Me, however, I want to kill myself when I see it. Just kidding. But I do have to. That was for the bit, but I do have to drink.
Take a drink.
I saw on a piece of paper the other day, for the first time since my birthday, the age 22 years old written next to my name for the first time. That was a bleak moment. It just seems so much older than 21. Like, it seems like a much bigger gap than 1 year.
Yeah, I saw someone, the Backrooms movie is being directed by the youngest person to ever direct an A24 movie, and I think he's like 19 years old.
Oh my god.
Which, that's great crazy. For him, is really great for him, and I don't have any feelings about how that makes me feel personally.
And I don't have any feelings at all. No, that is actually amazing. Like, it's
really cool, and I do think it's great to have younger voices in the film scene, but I would like that to be me, actually.
My voice, louder than everyone else's.
My voice, specifically.
No. Jokes aside, you're right, it is 100% great to have, because that's, I think, a voice that, like, purely from a business standpoint, needs to be focused on. Yeah. Otherwise, we're done. All right. I'm gonna be honest. It was hard, and then at a certain point, this website that was listing positive or like uplifting news stories got real weird. I'm just gonna read a couple of headlines here. Okay. Great white shark is seen near popular beach in Spain, sparking a warning from police. What is positive or uplifting about that? I don't know.
The police gave a warning.
I don't know. I'm going to pretend that no one got hurt. That's positive. There we go. Perfect.
That's a fun game. Let's put a positive spin on bad news stories.
Exactly. U.S. teen influencer has been stranded in the Chilean Antarctic since landing without permission. Doesn't have to do any schoolwork. Hello. Yes, it's an adventure. Yes. I don't know how these are positive, but sometimes you got to take it into your own hands, and that's what we're doing here.
And we're always known as positive guys. Tracy, me and you, as previously discussed, have been a little negative about certain things in our lives.
Occasion.
And so I believe I've made a list for you, and you've made a list of me for things that we could say nice things about that we may have previously been negative about.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. Do you want to start? Do you want me to start? I mean, I'll
let you start.
List.
I'll let you start.
I would
just
love
did my news.
For you to say something positive about actor Joel McHale.
Thank you so much for giving me this platform, Mark. I think that Joel McHale is the best guest judge to ever be on a little program called RuPaul's Drag Race. Feelings about him and other projects aside, I loved him in that episode, and I think he's just phenomenal, Mark.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'd love a chance to get to say something positive.
Yeah, absolutely. Mark, say something nice about air travel.
Air travel. It is really unbelievable that humans have conquered the air, right? I mean, it really is incredible that we are able to take a group of 200 people and lift them off at the same time from the ground with everything's working against you. It is truly an amazing feat of human ingenuity.
Yep.
And I think it is really special.
Well done. Well, couldn't have said it better myself. That was good. Do you think we really conquered the air though?
I think no.
Ooh, no.
I don't think the air's meant to be conquered. I think the air is something we all need, right? We all need oxygen. We all need air to breathe, actually. And so it wouldn't be good to conquer the air, right? Because we've seen it in the Lorax, right? How that works out when people conquer the air, right? And then they sell it back to you in bottles. And so
that's true.
I think it's good that we haven't conquered the air, and I don't think we need to conquer the air.
All right. I'll let that one slide.
Mm-hmm.
You sneaky little guy. I'm trying to get you. I want to see that face again.
Tracy, I would love for you to say something nice about Costco shoppers who block the lane with their carts and their bodies.
I think it's great that certain people are able to navigate this world in a way. I think it's great that people are able to navigate the world with a complete disregard for people other than themselves. I wish that I could walk around with a complete lack of spatial awareness and how much room me and my accessories take up. I really am jealous of people who can. It seems like a blissful existence.
I'm worried that this wasn't, that maybe what you said wasn't positive. You just said it in a positive tone, which I would say does not count as positive.
Damn. I was hoping I could just distract you with my positive tone and winning smile. All right, fine.
I'm glad I figured that was one where I would get you on it, because that is one of your known biggest hatreds.
There's no way out of that. And you really did hit the spot because I just spent all day at work.
I think it's great, and I'll take this one. I think that it's great that they're getting the things that they need and want and will cause them to be happier in life. I really do. And I'm glad that they're enjoying their time viewing, whatever they want to view, and they're spending their time hopefully with family and friends.
Yeah, I've already taken the drink on this one, so I'll just round it out by saying, get out of my way. Mark, I would love for you to say something nice about the dentist.
The dentist. I think, when I was a kid, the dentist I went to had video games, and I thought that was really cool, right? You could play Lego Indiana Jones, right? And I liked that game. That's a great game, right?
That is a great game. Phenomenal.
Now, do you want me to say something? No, that was... I don't know if that counts, right? I was talking about the dentist office more so than the actual dentist.
I'll allow any... I'll admit, it's not... I didn't specifically pick this one for you. I just feel like this is one that people often have negative things to say about, and I want to show the dentists of the world some love.
You know what I really like about the dentist? One of the most fun things, and I wish I had one, is those things that can suck the water out of your mouth and it does air, and you put and it goes ooh, and it goes ooh. It's like a little scary, and I think that's fun. It's like a little game that they play, and I think that's fun.
I'm sorry, just to rewind real quick. You want one?
I would like one, yeah.
For the purpose of what you would just just dry your mouth every couple.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just whenever you were feeling a little too moist.
Or if like I had like a little water spill, I could bring it over there and I could like a little mini water vacuum.
Okay. Yeah. I like that idea. That is a good idea, Mark.
Thank you. I'm glad you think so. I've got some more ideas for you.
Okay.
I would love for you to say something nice. Okay, so I'm gonna give some explanation to this because I feel like it is a subsect of people on the internet. There is something called Gaylor Swifties who really believe Taylor Swift is gay, and every relationship she's had with a man is a piece of performance art, fake, whatever. As we're recording this, Taylor Swift got engaged to Travis Kelce today. And I won't say they're unhappy because they seem perfectly happy because they think that it's a piece of performance art. And I would really just love to hear your take on them and maybe say something nice about these delusional people.
So do I wait, who am I saying something nice? Not the happy couple, of course.
No. The people that really think that Taylor Swift is a lesbian.
Oh, yeah. Easy. I wholeheartedly agree. I believe that everyone is secretly a lesbian and or gay, and that everything is just a big performance act, and I think that these people are brave enough to bring it to the forefront of the conversation. As you know, this is the first time hearing of this. This just came across my desk, but I'm already obsessed with this group. Mm-hmm. And intend to do quite the deep dive on them later, but...
I don't mean to call myself up, but I did call them delusional in quite a mean way. And so I play the game in a fair way, and so I will be doing a little drink in my little mug that I like actually quite a bit.
That I like quite a bit. It really, I feel it in my throat still.
Oh, baby. Oh, I don't like that one bit. I feel like I turned into Elvis there.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, that lemon juice is sour.
Ooh.
That is not
Second
what I
time,
was
second
I
time
didn't
around, it
really
was a
know.
little sweeter. I think I'm
Your
getting
body's
used, I think
adjusting.
my palate's getting used to it.
Your body craves it.
My body needs it.
It doesn't
Tracy,
know
you
what
got-
to do.
You got something else for me?
Yeah, Mark, say something nice about truckers.
All right. You know, I think truckers provide a great service to this country, right? They're getting the items from A to B. Of course, they wouldn't know what A to B were, right? Because they're stupid. And I think that's really helpful for the rest of the country. You know, and I think that accidents involving truck crashes or near accidents are probably going down because we're getting self-driving trucks, which is, you know, terrible. The job loss is terrible. But it probably will keep the streets a little safer.
I almost don't want to make you do that just because of how you brought it back to being a positive. But I do. I'm afraid. There you go. This was your chance. This was your chance, Mark, to heal the relationship you have with truckers, and now you're doing 2 shots of lemon juice. What do you
I
think
feel like I
about
needed
that?
to. I was, if nothing else, I was quite negative in my head. And I felt like...
To the level that you probably were, it does warrant yeah.
Yeah. No, I think truckers provide a great service, and I just hope that they can learn kindness, maybe. Because me and my
This guy.
tiny hands really need it.
Tiny hand. That's still my favorite. I want to get that framed. That's my favorite comment we've ever gotten.
Tracy,
Yeah.
I would love for you to say something nice about 30-year-old men who vape. 30-plus-year-old men who vape. Really.
Yeah, to get me back with the truckers, huh?
Mhm.
Wow. Men over 30
Uh-huh. Who vape,
who
yeah.
vape. I admire your
I'm feeling. Can I say I'm
facade.
feeling that double lemon juice? I'm feeling it in my chest.
I
I'm gonna
feel
need to
it.
take
No,
a
it
thumbs
really
after this
does.
one.
It gets right in the. I admire the attempt at youthful spirit. I admire. Hey, you're not smoking cigarettes, and that's good, because I do think those are worse. I don't know if they're worse for you, but they're worse for me, because I don't like the way they smell, and I don't want to smell that on you, and I also don't want to smell, blue raz ice either. But we got to pick your battles here. But I can't do it, Mark.
Yeah,
I simply
no, I
can't.
think-
I think I yeah.
That's yeah. I think it's really bold because they're being who they want to be, and I think that's important, right? Being yourself, and I like that. quite a
Yeah.
lot, actually.
But be yourself somewhere I can't see it. You know what I mean? Just.
Mhm. Oh, Tracy, you got another group of people for me, and not all truckers are uneducated. I get that, but just a small sect of them. Most truckers are probably fine, right? I just have the issue with the ones that were mean to me.
Yeah, it's just the truckers in our comments that we take umbrage with.
Mm-hmm.
Mark,
Yeah.
you kind of danced around with the whole electricity and the jobs and that kind of thing. So I want to just give you a bigger platform to do what I could see that you want to do. Say something nice about AI.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's plenty of great AI. I think there's AI that is really helpful in the medical field. There's certain AIs that are, they're like able to spot cancer a lot more than humans can. They're at a higher success rate. I think what you were trying to get me to do and what you failed to do in your question was have me say something nice about generative AI. But there's a lot of really great AI out there who can help. Who can help in the medical field and make advancements to our country and to our economy, and I hope could make it so we don't have to work as much as people. I would love that. I would love for AI not to take jobs, but to create more opportunity for people to fully live their lives. And obviously, there would have to be financial policies that are passed that will help with the the financial shift that comes with that. But I really hope that AI does help, let people not work as much and get to spend more time with their friends and their family and their loved ones.
Very, very congenial answer.
I don't know what that word means, so I think say thank you.
The trucker level of education over here.
Hey, oh
my! That shouldn't count.
Just because you're not the anti-trucker one doesn't mean you can be negative to them.
It's not my group. It doesn't get easier. Hold on, let me try one of these candies.
Oh yeah, get you a candy. See how that works.
It'll either make it better or worse.
Oh, it's making it worse.
They're teaming up. They're teaming up on me. These are good though.
Yeah.
But they're teaming up.
All right.
Oh. It like right here. Are you getting it right here?
I'm getting it kind of right here throughout the whole body. Like my stomach hurts.
It's already. And it hasn't made it to the stomach, but I feel it traveling down in real time. Like I feel the burn happening.
I got 3 more for you, Tracy.
Okay.
The next one, I would love for you to say something nice, specifically about the appearance of my dog Gingy, who I know you love very much, and you save every picture of out of how cute she is.
I do indeed save every picture. I think that is the most unique looking dog that I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that as a compliment. You don't want to look like every other dog. I think that is the most unique looking animal I have ever seen. I would say that most unique looking living creature, living or otherwise creature that I have ever seen. She's beautiful. She's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
She's a beautiful dog in her own special way. Right. And I really do love and respect that dog. I don't want you to think that I'm just ripping on your dog. I think that dog is incredible, and the pictures of that dog that you send me make my day every single time.
I'll say this. I do think the dog is cuter in person. I think in a way I have a talent with photographing, specifically you, but all of my friends, in a not great light. I have that same talent for my dog.
That is true, because I'd like to think... I've seen some of the not so flattering pictures that you've taken of me, and I would like to think that I don't look like that all the time. So I'm going to give Gingy the same benefit of the doubt. And I don't think I said anything negative. I love that dog, and I respect that dog.
I think you're good. You got another one for me, buddy?
Yeah. This one's tricky because I don't know if it might be on your list.
It might be.
But we could always both say something about the same group, I suppose. But Mark, say something nice about millennials.
Actually, not on my list. I think millennials have taken a lot of inspiration from Jim Carrey, who is a comedic great. And I think their comedy stylings tend to fall under that of Jim Carrey, who is, in his own way, an incredible performer. Probably not my favorite comedian, but I do think he was very influential. And I think that the comedy world he has changed the comedy world for the better.
A surprisingly solidly positive answer, I gotta say. Good for you.
Can I tell you my secret there?
Yeah.
I mostly didn't talk about millennials. I mostly talked about Jim Carrey.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, no, so go back and say something. Go back, and I want you to specifically say something positive. Give me a positive contribution that millennials have given to the world in your eyes.
I think there's a lot of great millennial film directors, and I do think there's a lot of great millennial comedy voices. A lot of the popular comedians today are millennials, and I think that they've got a lot of great celebrities.
But nothing for the everyday Joe.
Oh, the everyday millennial. Okay. I think how much they use social media, how much they post to social media, is inspiring. I mean, really, I wish we could reach that levels on our social media, but we don't have the manpower to do it.
There simply is not enough time in my day.
So, I think it is impressive the way that they're able to seemingly post all the time while still having some semblance of life.
Do you think that... Okay. Do you really think millennials post more than our generation? I feel like the people that I know our age are... there's a new story every 5 minutes.
I'm not talking about stories. I'm talking about full posts.
Oh, full actual...
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I agree with you there. I think there's a switch in that. I think millennials prefer the long-lasting posts, but we will spam stories like nothing.
Yeah, that's a very fair critique. We're big story folk.
And I hate it because it presents a challenge to me because I whatever, I'll drink anyway, but it's frustrating because I want to be able to go through stories, but I get overwhelmed too easily when I see the tiny segments. When they're too tiny, I have to skip. I'm sorry, I can't see all of that.
I think but that is interesting, and I wonder why that is that millennials prefer. You can take your drink while I'm talking. I wonder why millennials prefer the everlasting post, and have a candy with it while you're at it. Why they prefer the everlasting post compared to Gen Z, who prefers the disappearing story. Ooh, getting it soaked up in there. That is interesting, and we'll have our team look into that for sure.
Yeah, we'll get our team on it. I'm sure there's something there, but I'm
Tracy,
I'm tapped in.
We've been friends for a long time, you know.
Yeah.
And I appreciate our friendship and everything that comes along with it. And I would love for you to say something positive about Let's Talk About It, our first project that we published together.
I thought this was gonna end with you fishing for a compliment, just to say something positive about me.
About me.
When you're a creative, when you're a creative, when you're a creator, when you're an artist, every project is a stepping stone. Everything builds on the last, and you learn and you grow and you improve, and I think that Let's Talk About It helped show me and you, I'd like to think, I don't want to speak for you, gave me a lot of ideas as to what I really like and what I want to do, in personal projects or in school projects or in whatever creative endeavors going forward. And I do still stand by and think pretty much any one of the included bloopers is hilarious. I haven't gone back and watched them, but I remember what some of them are, and they still make me laugh. So
I'll also say I think that Let's Talk About It is like you said, it is a stepping stone for what we're doing now, and I like what we're doing now. So,
yes.
And I think it was kind of the first time where we got to really work together in a creative sense that wasn't for school.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that wasn't the best idea of some of the people that would have allowed that, because we were really pushing the limits of what they wanted us to do.
It was very loose definition of school.
Unsupervised is how I would describe it.
The number one word I would use is unsupervised.
But I'm happy we had it. Tracy, I've got one more, but it's an in-betweener if I like it or not. So if you got one more, I'll give you one more. But if you don't have one more, we'll go on to the next segment.
Let's come on. We'll do our last one.
That's
I
fine.
did not have another, but I'm too curious to hear about yours. So we'll just do a quick one.
Yeah.
Is it my turn? Do I need to go?
It's your turn to ask me, but if you
Okay.
don't have one, I can ask you.
I inspired myself. Mark, say something nice about me.
I think genuinely you are a very talented writer, and you're a very funny guy. And you're a great friend.
Oh, come on. You weren't supposed to say all that. Normal.
I know, now I look like a good person and you look like a bad person. What a shame!
A little.
Tracy, this
Yeah.
is in a way you saying something nice about me. Say something nice about the political snacks bit we did that we both loved so much.
You know what?
The only time we've fully cut huge chunks of a segment.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you know what? I will say, in a positive way, it certainly is. Out of all the many bits we have done, and we got a lot of bits. I think, or not, I guess not a bit, a segment, I guess. Out of all the segments, that one has certainly stuck with me the most. It's had the most, I would say, lasting impact with both me and our audience, because the amount of people that confided or confessed rather to you that they enjoyed it, when perhaps at the time I personally did not, was impressive, and I think unfortunately does warrant revisiting.
You hear that,
at some
guys?
point. At some point, perhaps we can talk.
All right. Well, look at that. Look at that. We were mostly positive there.
I feel like we did pretty good.
Only a little bit of juice.
I had about half my juice, but I didn't have much juice. I had about 2 lemons.
Tracy, we're gonna move on and talk about some guilty pleasures. We got time. Maybe we just do like one guilty pleasure each.
Yeah, I like that.
And so, Tracy, would you like to go first? Would you like me to go first?
I'll go first to give some context to where guilty pleasures fit into this. In my mind, it's because it's something that gets mostly negative attention publicly. That was my justification for it. Did you use the same rubric?
I use it's things that I feel bad for enjoying, you know.
I mean, yeah, that is what a guilty pleasure actual means. I guess I in a way did too, but it's. Do you feel bad for a guilty pleasure because of what other people other people's opinions or your own?
It's other people's opinions, I think.
Okay, then I guess I just unnecessarily explained what a guilty pleasure means when everybody already knows and I'm playing catch up. So, my guilty pleasure.
Condiment.
Fantastic content. It's too hot in here. My guilty pleasure, that might be negative. My guilty pleasure is a debatable one, but I still feel like it is one. Reality television. I have been on a big kick with it. Love Island, which I feel like falls outside the guilty pleasure category because it is such a cultural powerhouse that I feel like it might be the majority of the people. I don't know. But I love a good trashy reality show. Like not necessarily a competition. I feel like competitions are in a separate category because people love Survivor and all that stuff. They eat it up. But like the ones where it's just like, look at this bizarre thing we found, or look at these 4 rich people that we put in the house together and they're yelling over nothing. I love it. I love seeing people whose problems I could never relate to yell about them. I think it's very satisfying, and I love it, and I refuse to feel guilty anymore, Mark. I refuse.
Good for you. My guilty pleasure is simulator games. Because I feel like simulator games, and I know you love them, but I feel like simulator games get this weird rap of like, why would you play lawn mowing simulator? Why not just mow a lawn? I think they're so much fun. I love that. I love Farming Simulator. I love Car Mechanic Simulator. I love Firefighting Simulator. I mean, I am a big simulator guy. If they've got a simulator of it, I want to play it. And I will still feel guilty about it, but you can't make me. I'm making myself feel guilty, okay? Catholic style.
That's amen. No one asked me, but I'm doing it anyway. I could not agree more. The one in particular. I'm glad you mentioned Lawnmower Soda because I feel like that is the main guilty one, or Power Wash.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
no,
fantastic
I love
games.
All right, Tracy.
Excellent.
We're at the point where we're saying about to say goodbye, but first we got some recommendations for you. I'm gonna tie mine back into my Don't Even Get Me Started at the top of the episode. His name is Zay on TikTok, and he makes videos where people go, "Can you guess where I'm from based on how I sound?" And he like breaks it down fully, and he gets it right so much. It's like crazy. It is so impressive. And he's like, you're from LA because you say this, and it's really cool. And so shout out. I think his name is Zay. I don't know what his username is, but yeah.
Zay. Okay, I'll have to check him out because that does sound very, very interesting. That reminds me of those, just from what you've described. It reminds me of those videos where the people are interviewing Fred Armisen, and he kind of does the same thing where. People will give him an accent, but he'll like break it down. He's like, "Well, do you want the northern or like the southern?" Yeah, I think that's all very interesting. So I'm excited.
Especially for him, because Fred Armisen can do those. He can
yes,
he's like really great at it. So
he's incredible at that. Yeah. My recommendation. I just finished it, and this is sort of an evil recommendation. In a way, because I don't believe you can watch it anymore. But my recommendation is a show called Legendary. HBO made it in, I believe, 2019 to 2022. There's 3 seasons. It's about ballroom and voguing. It's a competition show. It scratched my Drag Race itch while I've been waiting for the new season. It was incredible. It had great guest judges, great regular judges, La Roche, Megan Thee Stallion. It's great, and then HBO inexplicably took it off of their streaming platform. It was an HBO original, and they just took it off, and it's been gone ever since. So good luck finding it. If you can't find it, watch it. It's incredible. But if not, look up clips on YouTube.
They can do that.
It's fantastic.
Well, Tracy, it is about that time of the every other week. We're going to say goodbye, but first we're going to play a little Same Brain. Try to have the same brain. Tracy, you got a word?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, I got a word too. So in 3, 2, 1. Green.
Lemon. Green lemon.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Lime.
Thank you all so
We're
much
back
for watching. My name's been Mark Warren. His name has been Tracy Mulnex. This has been the Power Hour Podcast. We will be back in 2 weeks. But until then, goodbye.